at this point. I don't know. That feels false, to be honest. Much false. But I don't think I've had... I mean, you know what? No. But we've had some follows today. That's weird. Doesn't make sense. Anyways. Hi. It's Friday, I think. That's the end of the week, I think. I have a ton of stuff to do. But how are you? How is your day going? How was your day? All these. You know, the usual question on Fridays. Still waiting for the fucking notification on the Discord. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I can do it manually, but it's supposed to go through not manually. So yeah, I don't know. I do not know. But how was your week? That is the main question, right? That's always the main question. How was your week? How was your day? How was your day going? And all that. I feel like we have some issues with the outcome of the sound again. I don't get it. I will get it one day. I will get it one day. Not today though. Not today. I've been cheating at all? No, not at all. I've been cheating a bit on today's official thing, which, you know, we can go through that directly, which is this. So if you have been here before on a Friday, we do a bit of a dribble review. Jackson, hi. Everything has been set up. Welcome on in, Jackson. How are you? How was your week? So yeah, so we do a bit of a interesting thing, I think, as a designer, right, with the Dribble homepage. Right now I'm on the following. I have a lot of things that are good on my following, and I kind of want to keep this time checking these ones, but also it's not exactly why we are here. So we go on Dribble, we look at the homepage, and then we click on some things, not all the things, but some things, and we define what is and what isn't the reason for these things to be on the front page. So that's the reason. Cat, have a good rest of your stream. Thanks a lot for stopping by, I appreciate it. And you say you're stressed about getting everything done for your showcase happening in just under 2 months. Your portfolio showcase happening in 2 months? You have time. You have time. Do not stress about it. I mean, stress about it if you want to, but do not stress about it. It would be much better. So yeah, let's do our first scroll, and I mean the only scroll basically, and click on the thing that makes sense. So I guess I will click on these two, maybe this one. This one is interesting as well. This is new, but I don't think we have to take a real deep dive on why that thing is in the front page with that many views. This is interesting, but still not so good. Same thing here. That's cool, but I guess that's just because it's a video. Dark mode here. We should do that. That's just navigation, so of course people are looking for navigation. And then this is a minimalist type of UI. This one is a case study, so of course on the front page. And I guess that's about it. Yeah, everything else is just a lot of new design style with glass devices. So you're saying I have 3 weeks to design everything and send to production. When you say design everything, what do you mean? I have the no, that's not you. I had like a skateboard app in my head, but that's not you. It was Denny, I think. But what do you mean by designing everything? Because, and also sending to production, that's just weird. Stony, hi, welcome. How are you? So this one, while we have a multiple discussion at the same time, right? This one I think is on the front page mainly because of the color scheme and the fact that it's a video. It's moving, people click on it. It's usually the real reason why things happen. But these transitions are very cool. The design of it is very cool as well. So that's neat. That's it. There is no more things about it. So what are the tags? We get typography, which could potentially bring things here, and then I would say that's it in the tags. Maybe 3D, but people wouldn't look for 3D on Dribble. They could, but usually they don't. So I'm guessing typography and potentially like startup, but that's it. Animation may. I don't know. I like the color scheme. I like the lines. It gives me ideas for White Panther website. So we could keep that in because we will go on White Panther website right after. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's move on. Let me read things. You say you have an Electron working around the server. What do you mean? Are you talking about an Electron app, or are you talking about an Electron as in Phil is working around the server? Jackson, why so much shit? Why do you need all that? I mean, right? Fine, but why? It seems like a lot of shit. You were saying Electron JS as in an Electron app? Yeah, that bitch ass thing. Yes, I remember this. I think Figma is an Electron app, basically. Yeah. What the fuck was I saying? Right there. Figma in the center. Twitch, weirdly enough. Probably some of the Twitch Studio or desktop app. Could be. Interesting. So, this one, I have a beef with it. But I think the reason why it's on the front page is mainly because it's a dynamic island thing. And most of the design that pops in dynamic island design right now will automatically be liked by designers. However, I have big beef with this right here. That radius here is too small compared to that radius here. So this one should have been either bigger, or the inner one should have been a tad bit smaller to fill it in. But other than that, I don't think I need to click on the tags. I think it's just a dynamic island thing and people click on that. That's it. No more. No more question, Your Honor. That's it. But that radius, not a good thing. This is the new trend. So as you probably have seen, I clicked on 3 of these. So we can review all 3. Basically, the reason why these 3 are on the front page is it's a new type of mockup, right? It's a glass pan, phone or tablet, desktop type of thing. And so it changes from the usual mockup that people are seeing. So people are like, oh, that's cool. Let me look at it. And then the interaction inside of it is really cool. So that makes a lot of sense. I don't know if Open Purpose is like a specific brand that has, oh, it's from there, yes. They are friends. Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. The people behind here are very good, so I can't. Yeah. They are very interesting in terms of the design choices and the brutalism that they chose to do. So we like them. We like them. So Jackson, you said because in December we have an event where we showcase our work and meet with people from agency. And you have to set up a 4 feet by 6 feet table. That's a big table. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Stony, that is good news. What do you mean you want me to plant a seed of the Spotify clone? Do you need...
Purple LF raided my stream with 21 viewers.
Purple, welcome on in. We are much purple today. Much purple today. Welcome on in. I lurked in your stream for like, I think 5 minutes today. Like I clicked on you, I went in, and then I had my boss say, are you available on Discord? Ah, shit. Owen Scott, welcome on in. And Gunnery, hi, welcome on in. So yeah, if you don't know me, hi, I'm AOA, I'm the helping designer. We are currently, as every Friday, doing a review of the homepage of Dribbble, like judging what is popular and why. And yeah. What do you mean? Purple, what do you mean? Your text says, welcome Raider. Yes, from Purple, right? No? Did I make a mistake? Oh. I mean, if you look at this screen, right? The English is different. Not exactly what you expect to see. So, right? It's, I mean, you're right though. I'm just trying to find an excuse to not change and put an S to it. But you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. It needs an S. I think Stony said that at some point. But yeah, I hope your stream was good. I'm guessing, knowing the time and your usual rate, I'm guessing it's time for food. So if you need to go eat something, please do that. And if you want to stay and lurk or interact with chat, I would appreciate it as well. I will do my best to have a lovely day, yes. And Gunnery, yes, thanks a lot for the praise for the stream layout, we appreciate it. We work on them a lot. Sadly, I need to say that because, right, shit happens. I am currently streaming from a Mac, directly from a Mac, where I usually stream from a PC, and so some of my abilities are not there. There is a lot of things that I'm used to do, and I can't do that from a Mac. But nonetheless, the stream overlay is pretty cool. However, this is absolutely false. I go 14 followers today. No, that's not true. That isn't true. But thanks a lot for the raid again. I will add an S at some point. So yeah, so we were here. 3 drops now, open purpose. Really cool thing. Next up is this one, which I think the reason for it to be on the homepage is mainly because of the mockups that they used. Right, it's a simple Mac Apple display type of thing, and then because it's also a case study, Dribble is like, yeah, case study, cool. Let me push that to everyone. So that's probably the reason. And then what do we have? We have dashboard. Dashboard is a really searched for tag on Dribble, and that's it. Maybe homepage. Homepage could be a thing. So dashboard, homepage probably are the 2 tags that brings things. And yeah, that's cool. How do I do the zoom? Zoom is with the trackpad. Trackpad helps a lot. Alright, so this is the same thing. This is the same thing as the first one. First of all, it's Ramotion. Ramotion, if you don't know them, is an amazing design studio doing a ton of animation and really cool landing pages. So, right, they have a lot of followers, so they will probably have a lot of views by default. Secondly, this is a video. Video are pushed to the front because they move and they attract views. And then the design is very cool because right motion, so I can't say anything about that. What else do we have? We have landing page, which I think is one of the first thing that people would search, either this one or this one. And homepage, like the previous one, that's it. That's what's bring people, but the real thing that brings people is Cat, have a good look. I think it's just because it's Ramotion and they have plenty of followers, right? Like, do we have the amount of followers? Yeah, they have a lot of followers, so of course a lot of the views coming from the followers. Same thing here, video, but also it's a cool video. And it's landing page animation, so we have some transitions happening and some effect. I'm guessing this is mainly Figma interaction, or no, it looks like a Figma interaction type of thing, potentially, even though the delay is a bit weird. That button at the bottom is absolutely out of place. Shit happens. This is not a case study, even though the description is big. And what do we have in tags? We have hero. Hero for hero header is searched a lot, so I'm guessing that probably will come through. It's a workflow page. Good. So Webflow could be a tag that is search, but also I feel like on Dribble people don't look for tools, they look for things. Dribble is a website for designers to showcase their best work. The air quotes are coming from the fact that it's the best work, yes, but easy, feasible, UX-wise, UI-wise, yes, but UX-wise, is it like something that can be done easily? Is it like structurally not working? It's just showcasing design porn type of stuff. Very known on the designer realm. So I'm guessing Webflow and CRM could be a thing, but that's it. I don't think people will look for conversion rate optimization in Dribble. But you know what? We never know. We never know. So I clicked on this one because it looks like a thing that I could use. No, it's not true. I think the reason why this one has been clicked on so much is dark mode, light mode. Most people like to see that. It's also case study, so pushed to the front page by Dribble itself. And then overall, cool design, interesting IDs, Slack duplicate from what I can see. I like the sidebar, so I will probably recreate that sometime. At some point? Sometime? No, at some point. And what did they have? Yeah, they are absolutely right with the design trend 2023. That is exactly what I've been saying for the past year. So, yep, that's the new trend. Dashboard, yes, and project management are the two things that I would see as attracting people in here. And to expand on what is the trend of 2023, it is these types of overall layouts, I would say. If you take a look closely to the navigation, the navigation itself is enclosed in like a card, and then inside of that gray card of navigation we have a white card of section. Then the content in the center, the chat itself is in a gray card, the top section is in a card, and then everything that is related to not the navigation but the expected knowledge, Kane, hi, expected knowledge of the elements, right? The message here, the button are in the background far away from the content. And that's something that we have been seeing on the new interface of Spotify right here, where the navigation here is in a small card, the content in the center is in a small card as well. Everything that is related to playing a song or searching something is placed on the background itself, and so it is underneath everything, not distracting you. So that's the new 2023 trends type of thing. Do you think they do a good job with the white light gray contrast? So this is a good question. Figma, tell you, hi, welcome on in. This is a good question for the accessibility side of things, right? The background, the gray background is not accessible at all, but we don't give a shit at this point. This is what is called an aesthetic choice and not an accessible choice. So Aiden, hi. Here, what is important, and we can do the usual test, which is checking for accessible content on that page by exposing the data differently. So if I paste that here, just pasted the image inside of Figma, if I bump the exposure to about 50% and the contrast to about 50% as well, you can see what is and what isn't visible. So as you say, right, the background underneath that section absolutely disappeared. So in terms of accessibility, the contrast in between the background and that card, not accessible. However, the thing that is important on that card is not the design choices, but the content in it. And so right here, you can see that the pictures are visible. The name of the featured thing are visible as well. The messages are visible. Who shared the message? Not exactly, but if you know the picture, maybe you know who that is. The button is visible, and you probably know that your enter message is at the bottom, so, or even if you start typing, it will type here, and then the send message will go green. So you will have the accessibility and the contrast enough on the content that matters, but on everything that is bound to aesthetic choices, design choices, we don't give a shit. So as long as the thing that you want to be seen the most is visible, it's good. So when it comes to that, we don't really care about the gray. Aesthetic looks pretty good. They have some issues with gradients because, right, I mean, someone who complains about these things all the time, but that radius right here, that double radius, is absolutely wrong. It's not the right amount of radius. But right, that's the thing that I see. Most people wouldn't see that. Like the end user wouldn't say, well, I can see the radius here. I mean, someone who uses this is probably not, I mean, there will be like a designer in the team, but not more than that. So that's a detail. Overall, it's pretty cool. I would say there is one pet peeve that I have with these new trends. I'm creating something very similar. So I'm complaining about it, but also, right, I'm creating something similar. So these options, right, when you have the Command C, we create them because, first of all, we are on Macs as designers, and we also don't want the design itself to be cluttered. But in reality, that's why I hate these. If you are on Windows, you would have basically this written, right? Control C instead of the command of Apple. And so visually speaking, you are losing a lot of space. And sometimes it will be Control Alt C, sometimes it would be like longer things, and like it's difficult to justify having that much content right there. But I am building something similar, so yeah. Fruitis, hi, welcome on in. How are you? And same thing at the bottom, right? The enter that they have, the command enter for new line, which makes no sense. It's shift enter, and the enter to send. I don't know. Same thing, right? It makes sense, but can you hear that? Yes, good. We have sound alerts. But the design in itself is pretty cool. I do like the dark mode a bit more. Because, well, dark mode, but also it is a reverted dark mode, so it's not a good dark mode. And for this, congrats. I mean, if you think it's a good thing, congrats. Don't burn out though, please. So why the fuck am I saying that this is not a good dark mode? Yes, good question. So this is a reverted dark mode. If you look at the regular light mode, because that's the thing right here, and then if I go to, do I have a thing with invert colors on toggle? I do not. Right, so if I reverse everything, you can see that on my light mode, right here, I get this panel that is the darkest thing, and this content is the darkest thing, and then the background here is a grayish type of stuff. I don't even know if you can see the inverted version of the colors. I don't think you can. Can you? You can't. You can't see shit. Now my pointer is like freaking out. Why are you freaking out so much? Okay, good. Anyways, let me just go back. So here, the thing that I was pointing is, this is pure white, this is pure white, and so when you do a dark mode in a revert mode, you end up with the almost pure black here and almost pure black here, meaning that everything that was the lightest is now the darkest. This is the lazy version of dark mode, but the rules for creating a dark mode is anything that was the lightest in the light mode needs to stay the lightest in the dark mode. So anything that was the darkest needs to stay the darkest. So the background here, they should have used this as a dark background, and then this one being darker, they should have used this one on top of this, right? And so moving through differently just reverts the things don't exactly work. But it's how can I say that? It's a rule that makes sense sometimes. Like here it works, but it's just you don't have like a good transition in between things. Details, small details. Will you recommend living in Paris? I don't know if I would recommend it. If you are white and French, yes. Let's be clear. If you're white and French, yes. If you are not French but white, maybe. But hard. If you are not white and not French, I mean, if you are not white and French, not a good time. And if you are not white, not French, just for vacation. If you're albino, you're like, it's even worse, right? Because you don't look like, I mean, you look albino, so people, you know, have discrimination against you. Yeah. I don't know for all the European countries, because I haven't been in so much of them. I mean, in Italy, for me, if you are not Italian, it's harder, but also depending on where you go, it's fine. As long as you are making an effort, I think people are okay with things. Most people, but it's just, I mean, I'm biased, right? Being French and living here. I say living in Paris for like vacation. If you stay like 3 weeks, for example, like long vacation, yeah, go ahead. That's a good thing. But otherwise, unless you really love the place, yeah, what Stoney said, that's true. And Figma, I'm in the first arrondissement. Much first. But yeah, I think this one is, going back to this, I think this one is good because of the dark mode, light mode, and then the content in the tags is just probably project management and dashboard pushing things through. Ismail, hi, welcome on in. How are you? This, we have a free tag, so people click on free things. It's free UI kit in the title, so probably people will click on that, and then I want to see if they have more content. Interesting choices. You can't showcase that, that's not a good idea. It looks promising. It looks promising, but it also looks like they use 3D to showcase the product rather than something else. Yeah. I mean, if you live in the suburbs outside of the center, you get discrimination from the people that live inside. And if you live inside center, then like people from the suburbs, you get discrimination from them. So it's a weird thing. Hunter, hi. Using a free website maker worth it? What do you mean by free maker website? Because you have a lot of things that are free that helps you make websites, and it depends. The answer will always be it depends, sadly. I would say if you don't have the skills to work on another tool, then yes, use a free thing that helps you to get the website. If you find another option, like I'm thinking, you're talking websites, I'm talking like Dust, hi. I'm talking or thinking Squarespace, Wix, things like this that have preloaded theme and some templates. Not exactly free, but free. That helps you gain a lot of time. So if you are time constrained, then using a free thing, if good, is a good move. If you want to use Wix, yeah, Wix is good. As a beginner, so let me go here. As a starting point, right? Starting with Wix as Wix, with templates and everything. If you find a template that works for you, go ahead, just use it. And later you can do something different. But the only thing that I don't like about the free version of Wix is you will have a wix.com URL, as in Webflow, you have a webflow.io URL. And so that's not as professional, but also who gives a shit? At this point, it's just like free hosting, use it. So I think it's a good idea. Wix is good. Wix is better than before nowadays. And you can always transition from the Wix platform central thing and move to the editor X, which is giving you more flexibility in the future. So you can do that. You can do that. But anything free is always a good idea. if it makes you gain time and if it does the thing that you are trying to achieve, go for it if it's free. Even if it's not free, to be honest, but right, you get the point. You get the points. Isma, yes, I kind of agree with you. If the UI can stand on itself, then embellishing things with cool attributes seems like a trick, but I also don't know how interesting the thing is. You can also code in Wix, yes, if you go with Editor X. Finally a different ad. Good. So Editor X is the concurrent to Webflow by Wix. It's pretty cool, to be honest, and it's really easy to understand. You can do a lot of shit with it. I would recommend it. You can do some code, but also I haven't tried it coding. That is interesting, Figma earlier. I don't think I would be here though in 2 weeks. I mean, it's not. I don't think. I know I won't be here in 2 weeks, but yeah, there are a lot of new crazy things. So yeah, Hunter, I would say Editor X is the upgrade path from Wix, right? You go to Wix, you use the base. Once you have that mastered and you have everything that you need, then maybe you want to create something a bit more polished. Then you move to Editor X, which I don't know if you can transfer from Wix to Editor X. Maybe you could, and I don't know. That could be neat. But yeah, try it out. But if you have, like, if you're thinking about using Wix, use Wix. If that's the one that seems to please you or work for you, do that. To answer your question shorter, free stuff always good, and if it helps you go faster, use it. There are icons, colors, shadows, typography, grids, interesting, buttons with variants, badge with variants, a lot of shit right here that's useful. Pretty cool. Calendar looks like yeah, looks like a lot of calendar. Let me see something though. Yeah. I mean, I've been testing the, I've been enrolled in the beta testing things, Figma Atelier, for the component variant thingy, and I haven't found the time to test it out. So bad. I don't know much about code. I mean, now I know a lot more than at the beginning of the year, but you don't need to know code to build a website on Editor X or Webflow or Wix or Squarespace whatever, right? And you say that you are like to design some edits on Pixlr or Photopad or Photopea. Thus, I have a feeling that front-end devs are going to be extinct. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Not front-end devs. Entry-level front-end devs are going to be extinct very soon. I think that it's just a matter of time until we decide that, yeah, some AI are just much faster than hiring like someone to do the thing. If you have like bitch ass thing, thank you, Eden. If you have never seen UIZard or Wizard, you take you take pictures of your sketches on a napkin and it converts it immediately into a usable material design UI without the need for a designer. So I mean, like, it's a basic version of things, right? You define some stuff, but also you create something like this. Look at the quality of this sketch. It's just like nothing. I mean, you'd be using material here, but if you import your component, like if you have a library, a UI kit that you have built, you can import your components and then it creates something with your design, right? Like it recognized the design style, and then as you can see here, it just replaced the thing with and liquid. What do you mean by CS? I don't know what CS is. Oh no, the API call and all that wouldn't be automated in the beginning. Oh, computer science, yes. Thank you. I don't think they would be automated, but I think Stony, I think the fun on letting the AI do the work for you is the top level designer, as in myself, with a lot of experience and a lot of time in the industry. Sometimes we spend way more time, and I mean, I know if you are working in a company and you are a dev, it's usually the same thing. We spend a high level head of like front end or something. We spend way more time in meetings than in like our design tools or code tool. So if we have something like UIZard that just take a sketch that happened during a meeting and give you the ability to go from a picture that you take directly into Figma into something that looks or that is using the component that you have defined inside of Figma, for example, immediately without you having to do that by hand, even though like at my level it will probably take me like 10 minutes to go from the sketch that they have to something, maybe not 10, but right, it take me a bit of time, and then this AI is taking like 3 seconds. So it's a gain of speed overall. But now that I have the base in my Figma file and then in UI's art specifically right here, I can just move things around and make sure that things are aligned. I still need to do the auto layouts and all that. But overall, it made me gain a lot of time. So the fun is in making sure that things are aligned, making sure that things are in the right place, or that you can test like a prototype in no time. So all these things, I think, are the reason why these exist. Let me read chat. And Hunter, don't say you are a cheapskate. You are absolutely right. You need to not pay for Adobe stuff. We agree with that. Some famous US YouTuber will join you. That is neat. I don't know who that is. Nice. And Liquid, yes, the everything that is related, as you said, right? Everything that is related to the API, the calls, the link with the database, and all that, I think wouldn't be able to have to be automated in the beginning, but then if you train your system well enough, I think it will go through. I think it can go through, but not at first. Tony, the thing is, you as a dev may like the puzzle of like creating the things, and there will be some issues, right? I think that's why I said entry-level front ends. For entry-level front ends that just do basic pages with no weird ass layouts, then you can auto-generate the pages in one click and it will work. Like when you look on a Shopify website, for example, they all look the same, and then you change some settings and it looks a bit different, but it's the same base layout, and that has been generated in no time. So I don't know, it's also, these are cool for designers that work on a computer all day. These are very cool because you will have the ability to get things like, I mean, that makes no sense to you, but you will have the ability to do something like this, right, and get UID on paper in no time. And so this doesn't make sense to any of you, it makes only sense to me. But if I make it well enough for a computer to understand my thinking, or if I train a computer to understand my thinking, then I can just show them this page, they will generate the pages for me in Figma, and then I just have to make sure that the thing is working, and I can move on to something different. However, when we have a new, bigger feature that is more complex, then it will require more thinking, and maybe you can design small components or small parts of the page, and then get the AI to work on the thing that makes sense. Like, let's say you have a form on the side, it will auto-generate the form, but then the content that is in the center, which is a very specific design to your needs and your product, then that you build it yourself, in the beginning at least. So I don't know. Friedrich, what do you mean by are you like surprised by the 6 million revenue in design work? I think I probably generated more than that to my current company and my previous employer. Probably generated way more than that. Knowing that most of the companies that I've worked with were generating about $1 million a year, and I've been working for 16 years. If we condense that to 10, you can do the math, but yeah, probably have generated way more than 6 mil of profit. I didn't earn 6 mil though. I should have, but right, that's an owner thing. You see, what about responsiveness? The responsiveness of the UI, if you built your thing in grid, it should be automated. And if you define your thing in flex, you will have some breaking changes that will then need to be updated specifically. But right now we're just talking about the visual things. Maybe you can train the AI for the desktop, the tablet, and the mobile, and then you define how things are placed. Maybe in the AI itself you can add a number next to the blocks or create rectangles, cards type of things that then will be all organized based on the number that you put on the top left corner. I don't know. That's an AI thing that we need to figure out later, but yeah. So, Sony, yes, for WordPress, I agree. And that mentality of you needing more flexibility is the reason why you are not an entry-level front-end now. So that's the I mean, at least for me, right, it's one of the reasons why you are not like an entry-level front-end. It's just because you were curious and you said, well, I want to do this tool that I'm using right now doesn't allow me to do that, then yeah, but you are a dev, you are not a designer, and I'm a designer, I'm not a dev. So when I'm speaking about shit on dev front, I don't know, probably talking shit most of the time. Oh, and so we have the representation of dark mode, light mode on the next thing on Dribble. Let me finish that fucking discussion because it's good. It's a good subject. I like it. I think agencies make more than tech companies sometimes. For this, depends on the agency for sure, but I think agencies can, if they have this specific type of clients, can generate more. You put a fight, but it's a different fight, Stony. I mean, if you think that you can have a studio for this, go for it. Having a studio is if you are the owner, nerve-wracking. You don't do design, you mostly do CEO stuff, which is way different than designing shit on the daily. So yeah, you can go for it. You can go for it. As an example, this is the last thing on the dribble lending. This is a dark mode, light mode version, and they are using the right way of doing things. So as you can see, the background is light gray, the card is white. And then when you go on light mode, the card is the lightest thing and the background is the darkest thing. So they used the proper transition. However, the tags are still lighter, so they should have been darker to follow this trend. Maybe it was a bit of a weird thing in terms of contrast. But yeah, I think it's just because the card itself is cool. And it's called event cards, so people are looking for cards anyways. So I guess it's one of the reasons. That is one of the reasons. Let me go back here then. So yeah, the small agencies don't make it as much money. I know that we had like good years at 700k, almost a mil. And then we were acquired by a bigger company that gave us bigger clients that were able to pay more. And we moved to, I think, 2 mil a year or something like this. So yeah, that it depends on the client, always. So if you hire newbies, which is a good move, right? If you can teach them and make them learn things, then you're good. But if you hire newbies, you will get newbies work. And so the level of newbies work is less interesting than high level employees. So if you hire a good team of experienced professionals, then you can get a good product faster, first of all, and you can then easily hire newbies that will be trained by the top rated professional of your company. And rather than like learning slowly on a low level job as a newbie, they will learn faster with high efficiency persons, and your company overall will get better. So yeah, it's a good thing overall. Thank you, Dust. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Damn it. I need to stop eating burgers. It's not true. That will never happen. That will never happen. I love burger too much. I have like a burger place downstairs. You probably seen me showcase this watch before. It's like a smartwatch that just does things, counts steps, all that shit. But as any watch does, right, they have
E4 Neil Streams is now following.
a chronometer. I don't know how that says. Daniel, hi. Thanks a lot for the follow. How are you? Who are you? How did you find the stream? Welcome on in. And from here, that seat right there, to downstairs, to back here, with burger, fries, and a drink. Usually, 7 minutes. Usually. If I get there and there is like no one at the counter, 7 minutes. It is. And it's great. So, yeah. So Frisch, you said what? Gonna make design flow for review. Freeze, can I show the thing on stream or not? If not, then I will take a look later. But I can't do it. If I can't show the content on stream, nope. Not happening. And thus I agree. I mean, not worst thing for me because I love to work from home, and it's just, I mean, my company asked all the employees at some point and said, do you want to go back to the office? And I was like, no. Don't translate for this. You know, I cannot read Russian, but I can still understand the design overall. So don't bother translating, it's fine. But yeah, and so they asked, and I said no. They said, I think the question was, how many days per week do you want to go back to the office? And I was like, 0, if possible, 1 if needed. And in 2.5 years, I spent 20 minutes, 30 minutes in the office. And that was 2 days ago, for the first time. Since we decided to leave the office for good, I stayed here and worked from home all the time. That was great. That was great. So Daniel, you said, been lurking a little like the vibe, and you find me on the Discover. Thank you, Twitch, for pushing me to discover people. So we do design stuff in here. If you've been looking, you'll probably notice that we do a lot of just chatting. I am complaining a lot about what Dust have created, and streaming from a Mac right now. That's the current trend of things. But overall, yeah. If you have any design question, feel free to ask as always. And for this, if you want to send me a link either on Discord or I multiply the notification. Let me just delete one of them. And yeah, that would work. I mean, I need to give you credit when credit is due, right? As you said yesterday, you are a team of devs that have created a thing that is visually appealing for streamers. One of the points that Maddie Two Shoes had when we talked about his new stream overlay that we are thinking about, which I appreciate, was praise on myself. So of course, right, all that, I appreciate people praising me. It's always a good thing. Not that I understand why, but it's always feel good. So Maddie told me that I felt like I was knowledgeable enough to understand things and details about stream overlay design as a streamer rather than as a designer building a stream overlay without being a streamer myself. So by the fact that I had this knowledge, it helped to have some details. And I think you've been streaming a bit, but now not really. I mean, from your Twitch channel, I don't see you live since I think 3 years ago. So not really streaming, but you've probably been streaming before. And I think like if you're a dev and you just dev stuff, then you end up with dev mindset, meaning that there are things that just make sense for us. And so we build things that make sense, and then a user that is not a dev or doesn't have like a dev mindset will come in and say, well, that makes no sense to me. Can you explain it, or can you change it? And I've seen that multiple times. The thing is, as a designer, that happens way less because we are punched in the face in the beginning of our career most of the time, saying that we do something, we're so proud of it, we spend like a week on it, and then the client says, I know I don't like it. And so you get a fucking slap on your face, and then you understand that you need to put yourself in the shoes of the user very quickly to make sure that your things are like liked. And we have the ability of thinking as most of the user that we interview, but when we don't interview users, it's a bit more complicated. So, right, these happens. Yeah, so working with streamers for 10 years, that's a lot of time. I think the YouTube integration is an interesting, really interesting thing. I do have a feeling that it's, I mean, I have multiple feelings. That's human. Yes, that makes sense. I have multiple feelings. Hang on a second. So, in terms of streaming platform, right, there is this debate that I've been flowing in between, like streaming on YouTube, streaming on Twitch, all that thing. So, getting the tool that you have able to work on other platforms than Twitch, I think, is one of the best move, because you can basically lock in people in the Twitch ecosystem, and when they move to YouTube, Facebook, I mean, Facebook is dying, so it's fine, but whatever, right? You keep them with you, so that's a good thing. I know that, for example, with StreamerBot, when they announced the YouTube integration, I was like, oh, could be the time to switch. And then I don't know. Switching to YouTube is a scary thing, to be honest. It feels like it's at my level, it feels like it would be starting over from scratch, 100%. I think I will still have more growth or faster growth on YouTube than on Twitch now, because I have been streaming for like 2 years. Yeah, 2 years next month. That is true. And right, if you enter a new space, but you still have the experience of streaming, then I think that's a positive. Anyways, so yeah, I think the perspective of me being a streamer and a designer at the same time, building Twitch interaction with stream overlays, right? All these things makes me like almost the perfect target audience for your product. So that's pretty cool. By the way, I think I added an exclamation mark ATEM command if you want to test it out. Did I do good? Like, it's simple, but I think it works. Did I make a mistake? Thumbs off. No, it's good. It's the right link. I wasn't sure at this point. Could be Atombot. Atom.bot. Does that exist? But then, if you do Atom.bot, it's like very much close to StreamerBot. So I don't. Interesting. You have a chatbot? I like how Google said, "Are you looking for aimbot?" Huh. Interesting. Very blue. So what's the benefits of Atombot if you can disclose that? I mean, you're basically the creator, so you can disclose whatever the fuck you want. But what's the benefits? Is it like a duplicate of Stream Elements, where Stream Element as a chatbot person, giving you some. No, he hasn't. And hi, Maddie. Interesting. Well, we will see what it is. Yeah, that's a good offer. 0% off. I did pay full price as well. I mean, full price as in yearly, giving me a bit of a discount, and using Sam discount code, right? So already got like a discount. I did. I mean, I can't. I mean, I'm still on the 30 days trials officially, but if I'm staying on Mac streaming, which I hate and love at the same time, right? I love to be able to stay in my regular preferred ecosystem, which is Mac OS. That will always be the case. I was born in it, I will stay in it for the longer time. But the benefits of streaming from a PC, right, is I can put a fucking 4090 in my PC and have the ability to do like Blender streams at the same time. Right now, I feel like if I turn on Blender on the Mac, it will just hate me, for real. So, right, I have the money, so I don't give a shit. It's just you see how, like, how much interesting. I would need to deep dive into that, but yeah, that could be cool. But yeah, no, I would love to be able to get like a Mac Studio, for example, spec'd out and stream from that. But also, because Atom is also working on PC, I think until Atom has all the features that I need, and if I'm streaming back from PC, I will have a mix of StreamerBot and Atom, as if, or not as if, like right now, I'm having a mixed up of Atom and Streamer Element for alerts and all sorts of things. So these will happen, should happen, might happen, may happen, I don't know. I still really like StreamerBot, even with the lack of interface. I do like it. We talked about it yesterday, right? You don't have the ad timer, you don't have the hotkeys, even though I know it's on the roadmap. You don't have... Or maybe I haven't seen it, also a point. I don't think you do have the logic C# stuff. But you have like a Mac PowerShell option, right? On Mac at least. I think you may have other features on Windows that are Windows related rather than Mac rated, right? Never will? Why is that? Do you have like I mean, you probably have a good reason behind it. That is true. That is a good point. That is a great point, even. That is a great point. Let me just bring that over, shall we? I wish I could start the thing. I wish I could start StreamerBot next to it, right? To just have Atom here and StreamerBot right there and see the differences. Damn. That's interesting. Oh, but right now, you talk about a URL. Right now, the thing that I'm thinking about is yeah, I think that could be nice. One thing that I wanted to get is I wanted to get the trigger being Twitch when someone incoming raids, then we get the action being on OBS, you change a browser source URL, and that I don't think you have the ability to do that right now, right? Like right now you just have the browser source, but you right, I mean no, there is no more big design review prizes in the channel points for this because it wasn't used and it wasn't really useful overall, because we do big design review every time that someone has a review, so that happens. Yeah. Okay, so if that happens, right, I wanted to have in my previous scenes, right, when we get a raid, I had at the top of, yeah, right there, the top corner, I had the person avatar, which was just the browser source for their avatar that just was replaced. And right now, because we're on the square things, I kind of want to have them at the bottom thing. And right now I can't do that if I don't have StreamerBot or another thing. So I don't know. I mean, I could do that with Stream Elements, but that would be annoying. But I could do that with Stream Elements. Right. Could happen. I mean, it's a good choice on your side to not take too long in between things. Also, I'm things right now. Let me be a designer for a second, because I've been chatting for a bit now, and just be a designer. Right? Get a bit of a difference right here in terms of spacing. Even here, you should have that. You have a 9 point and an 8 point, and if you don't take the border into consideration, which is usually what CSS is doing, you get an 8 and 16 on top. 16 makes no sense. See, align that. All right. Through this, I reiterate my question: can I share that on stream? I don't want to share things that you said are potentially confidential, but I can't. Like, I mean, you say you can show file on stream, but still. So, let's see. You say flow of takeaway order food delivery app, which we looked at. I think we looked at the thing similar last time. He's opened the app, choose the takeaway tab to get the food for himself. Yes, that makes sense. A location block appears at the bottom to show the user the nearest restaurant to him. Okay, fine. You can click on it and set up other addresses if he's ordering for someone. Weird, but fine. Sugar daddy vibe, I get it. See distances. Click on the card of the restaurant. Use a view map if you want to know where the restaurant is located. I don't like how location block is placed. It doesn't look right. Maybe you need to put it on the left. And how view on map distance tag look together on company page. Okay. So this, click on takeaway, goes here. So I agree with you with the main page here, takeaway page here, company page here. I agree with you with the tag. The tag doesn't make sense here, specifically if you have like a restaurant place, a place name that is longer than this one. You will have overlap probably, so not the greatest idea. So I would take the tag and I will probably place it here. The careful packaging could be interesting, but also I don't know. Do you have like a component of that? Me just not change the design too much here. so that we can have something a bit clearer. So what I had in mind was basically this. You know what? That's too much. Shit. So careful packaging is a... I guess these are tags, right? If these are tags, I would get that here. I would change the card with white background. That would make more sense to me. I can understand the benefits of how can I say that? I can understand the benefits of the yellow page type of thing, but also a bit of a complicated thing. Right there, so I would change that and that and that. Right, and then you at the top. Ah, interesting. Shit, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, I mean the yellow paper is also a thing that you can see in restaurant, which I think is why I'm saying that it could be interesting to keep, right? Because you get the like when you take the order in a restaurant, sometimes they have blocks of yellow paper, so that could be like reminiscent of that. Anyways, could have been. Your nudge is set to 10, which is really interesting. Not exactly what we used to have. Shit. 10 is too much. Too much, not enough? I don't know. Tony, I'm sorry. I will switch to Inter because I can, but I don't think you should. Ah. I feel like pizza can fit right here, and I feel like Russian can fit right here. Yeah, much better. I mean, YC, YD. I don't know what that means. I do not know. I have no clue. Yeah. A tag that is in a tag format doesn't mean that it will be clickable. A tag that has like an underline, for example, could be a clickable tag if you want to have a real difference. But even then, what is day and night? If you can just tell me that. I feel like the careful packaging can also be set in here, right? As a main thing. Working. Interesting. Interesting. Sorry, I have an idea. I hate when that happens, so let me just... Why that did... Why that did? Why are you at 10 now? So weird. If I do that at 24? 24 is a bit too low. For it, potentially. Potentially. Spartan, hi, welcome on. How are you? How have you been? How was your day? All that. Let me not use pure black right here. Let's use a bit of a shadow. And what type of shadow do we have? 35. I'm just playing right now for this. Right now it's more UI than UX, but it can be both in here. It absolutely can be both. I wouldn't, you know what? I wouldn't be that. And I don't think you have the ability to define these anyways, so, right. All good. This is 20. 20 is big. 20 is big. 16 could work. 16 bold could work, and that could then be 8. You know what? What happened if... Damn it. Yeah, that's a good thing. Um, I feel like my shadow is a bit too strong in a way. Hey, that's what's happening. Okay, so I'm building a card inside of a card, which is not a good idea. I just thought about it because I'm building outside of the UI itself. I was thinking, yeah, that could work, but now I'm like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. That is weird though. That... Why is... Ah, that's why. My bad. I think the shadow needs to be on the card itself rather than on that section right here. Don't need it here. Yeah. And that feels big compared to the other tags. So also a question of what is the order of like thing, right? Maybe also it's black on top of a dark overall thing. I don't know. I mean, that could help if you are sure that no clients have that placement. And then the location pin being... Oh! That helps as well. So 444, 555, why is 5? Why though? Interesting. Yeah. I don't think so. Do you have a walking person available? Right, something like this. If you have one icon like this, that could be interesting. But also, I get it if you don't. If the distance is more than like 2 kilometers, you can swap the icon for a car icon rather than a walking icon. If it's like 140 meters, I don't think you use your car. I mean, no. If you do, I disown you. Right, let's do 160 here. People need to stop to use mask. Mask is not a good idea. Never will be, never has been. Never use mask. Mask is bad for your health. I don't know. Debatable. Debatable, specifically the placement of that. So if I go back here, you say I don't like the location of the block, how the location block is placed on the view map. Distance. Right, same thing here. So if you click on the card, you expand to get the value. So I get that. What if we had this here? I think it depends on the cat. Welcome back. Did you finish your stream? On the picture, right? So right now, because it's in the it's on a dark-ish background, it doesn't look as good. However, if we go for Ooh, what did you do? What is this? Never crop. Always fill, because you never know what the user will input, right? So you need to use the image and fill. What do you mean? With fish images. Fish is fine. Fish is fine. Everyone after this will be like hungry as fuck or not hungry as fuck. Depend on what you do, right? But if I do this, because this placement is a bit more in the darkest place, right? But right now it's highlighted right here because it's in a lighter section. So I feel like it would work. Oh no, fish is fine. It's just I don't like fish piler. I mean, I like it. It's just not my favorite thing. But if you do this, if you do a shrimp pasta, I'm fine with it. But if you give me the opportunity, right? With this, I don't know. I will take the sandwich rather. Right, if you go for dark, I think it works. It's not ideal. I think both work. Cats, do you eat eggs? I forgot if you do eat eggs or not. I think you do. I mean, mainly in pasta, but and you don't really have a choice. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. No, but you can be vegetarian and not eat eggs because you still think that it's too much for chicken conditions and all that, which makes sense. I think the ethics of vegan and vegetarians is good. Yeah, that works. There is something that still don't match with me. I don't know what that is. Good. If that's the case, good. Yeah. Usually. I have a lot of issues with Japanese food. Blindfish, hi. Welcome on in. How are you? How have you been? It's been a while. Yeah, I have a lot of issues with Japanese food related to some type of cuisine that they have. As in, I think yesterday I saw I think it was fish, but so fresh that basically the nervous system was still animating the flesh while absolutely open, and that is absolutely
Blind
not.
X Fish just resubscribed for 2 months.
my type of food. I kind of hate dead things. It's not. Like, it's so weird. It feels weird. But Blindface, thanks a lot for the resub. I appreciate it. Welcome back. I don't have the emotes thing. I'm so sad. But enjoy the emotes. I don't like this one. I like the picture, but I don't like the placement. So I will just do a duplicate and a test of these. That makes sense. Promotion, interesting. Yeah. There is the same thing with like octopus and like shrimps and crabs and things. Like when they say it's boiled alive, that doesn't fit right with me. Like, it's just not. It sounds not good. It's just bad. So I don't know. I haven't watched my octopus teacher, no. That is not a thing that I know. Yeah. I mean, if you have, so let's be not vegetarian for a bit. If it has a benefit, like a real benefit for the dish itself, right? There are things that needs to be shocked to reveal some flavors, right? If that's the case, then potentially yes. Like when you are blanching some broccoli, right? They keep the nice green color. That's interesting. But the blanching process is just brutal for the broccoli. But overall, right, it has a benefit. So I'm thinking if you are searing meat, that makes sense. But you don't need to have the lamb alive on the fucking thing. It makes no sense to me. I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, I can agree with that. Would you be able to do that for this? Would that be an option? I would love to see that, to be honest. Limit the amount of tags to 3 and then add a +6, and if you tap on the +6 it just expand. Right. Let's go through. But yeah, on the topic of food, and specifically on vegans, I think I don't have enough knowledge to talk about it, to be honest. But from the thing that I know, and maybe saying shit, you don't eat anything that is related to, not related to, but coming from animals, right? So honey, butter, eggs, other things. But now I can't find the ID, right? How so yeah, milk, no milk. I mean, that milk on its own is not a good idea even for non-vegan, so I wouldn't recommend milk to anyone anyways. Have a good soup, cat. It's I understand that the society is the way that it is now, but how complicated is it for you to find something that is aligned? You clicked on something. How complicated is your food seeking sessions, right? And then we can talk about the Adobe buying Figma thing, but it feels constraining for the right reason, but it still feels constraining. So basically, right, it's the changing of habits, getting used to not buying certain things. I'm thinking that if you are transitioning, you probably also potentially to yourself allow you a bit of margin of error in the thing that you buy in order to transition more smoothly. Maybe that's a thing that you can do. Rather than being like a strict vegan on day one. But right, it sounds like a complicated thing. Right, exactly. That's the thing. I mean, yeah, nah. It depends on what I'm doing, but when I'm cooking my stuff, yes. When I'm cooking for myself, right, it's fine to not have meat. I don't really give a shit about it. But if I'm going out, it's harder to get something that aligns with these values. Most of the time. Also, at the same time, I'm here. But yeah, no, that was a derail on food. We do like the derails on food, though. Speaking about Figma boat by Adobe, that is a very cool subject, or very interesting thing. I think my initial feeling have changed with the events, with the talk, with all that, but I still think Figma is dead in the next 3 years, 3 to 5. I have a feeling that the corporate will take over in the next 3 to 5 years. Specifically, I think at 3 years, at the 3 years mark after the acquisition. So the acquisition will take place in 2023. So it shouldn't happen before 2023, so that's a good thing, meaning that we will have real Figma for at least 2 years. That's a point that I didn't think about, it becoming like a desktop app. I would say that this is a pretty good news, to be honest. If it becomes a desktop, like a native desktop app, and it has the ability to do the same things, it could be really interesting. However, there are some limitations that are right now in place that needs to stay in place in the future to make things make sense. So, yeah. What the fuck? Sorry, that... How? For this. No. Stony, the desktop app right now is an Electron app, right? If I remember correctly. What's the... How do you open the console? I forgot every time. Control Shift I or Control Shift F12 or... Which one is it? But I can do that, right? If I'm here. Command Shift I, Command Shift I. Yeah, it doesn't... Oh, that's scary. Sorry, I opened something else. Right, it should be here, but I can't. Right now I'm on the Chrome version, but basically I can open the same shit on the app itself. At least I should be. Right there. So basically, this is just an Electron app overall. It's cool, but they blocked it on the shortcut because it's also a shortcut that exists inside of Figma. Anyways, so Figma Desktop is just an Electron app, so it makes no sense to consider it as not such thing. Anyways, so yeah, no, I think the acquisition is a good thing, or could be a good thing. It's just maybe they do. Maybe they do. Alt F4, not happening on Mac. That doesn't exist, but maybe they do. We don't have a real equivalent. We have the Command Q, but Command Q just like it's a Chrome thing right now. We just have that bitch ass thing in the middle that makes no sense. Do you mean get a PC? No, not happening. I didn't put it in its box, or back in its box to start it again for like 2 days. Nope, not happening. A real computer, yes. This makes no sense. This view on map is useless. So I would do view on map in the thing right here. Right. Making more sense to me. This right, like, do you really need more information about the promotion if you already had more information about the promotion before? I think if it was black before, it could continue to stay the same color. It wouldn't be a real issue to me. Trying to figure out how. Or if it opens Apple Map, then yeah, not really an issue. My God. Ooh, good to know. Right, the thing is, I don't see the point of getting different visuals from one to the other. Right, maybe the reviews can go through, maybe but even then, right, you click on something, you expect basically the same view. So I would even recommend you to get something that is extremely similar, which would be this. What do you have? That's a lot of content right there, but just let me get rid of that for now. I don't really like what I'm about to do, but I think that may work better than the other options. Because that top section right here, if you need to have it on the menu, which makes no sense to me, I mean, it's not even here, basically. To me, it should be, right, something like this. You being here, you being there, basically. So if I do that, I can... Why? Could recommend that. Right, because you have the info that you need, right? There's a lot of focus, sorry. You have the info that you need. You may move that button here, or underneath the promotion as a thing. You can still keep that at the top. It's not an issue, but right, it's the same information. I don't see. That's not a good news. That is not a good news. What happened? The how is that a thing? How can you get fired for testing? I mean, testing on production is not good, but also you test on something anyways, so why not? Why the fuck not? Bruh. You see this look really professional. Are you talking about the things we are doing on Figma right now, or are you talking about what you did today? Good. Yeah, no, I think that would make more sense. If we were to, I hate to do this, but if we were to compare both, right? I mean, if I had to guess, the list is a bit crowded, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I also think that this section is useless. Most of the time the name of the restaurant will be here, however on scroll that is a useful thing. And then you could have The picture that just I will kill people, not using that in film. You could have this, right? I was so close. So by doing so, you can get rid of this one. To be honest, that's an option, and you just need eight is a bit much, but you just need something like this right here. You know what? 8 is fine. I hate the fact that it's not centered, that your icon is not centered inside of it. It's centered, it's centered mathematically, but it's not visually centered. Right? It's a matter of 2 points. Not even. Like 1 point, maybe. I like space too. I agree. If you're thinking the same behavior, because right, damn it, because you could have this, and or you could also just say everything is in light background, because iOS will take care of the top status bar thingy. If you're on an iOS thing, which looks to be the case, the back button doesn't need to be here. If it's there properly, you just have to swipe to go back. But on scroll, if you go back up, I would still have the ability to potentially, let's say, I don't think I will be able to do that, but right, Yummy is the title that you have. The soup was good. What type of soup are you eating? I'm kind of interested for some reason. Cat. I think that on scroll, you should have that thing that just becomes the header, and probably either have a shadow or not even. I don't think it needs a shadow, but I think it was a cereal soup, like cornflakes or Frosties. Cereal soup. It's nice. Like what? Like wheat? Like a wheat base soup? It's interesting. Like it's a thick soup. I'm too French to pronounce that. Wheat, not the weed. I mean, weed soup could be nice, but also not very legal where cat is. I don't know, why not? The legality of things. You don't know that. Everyone is from the Netherlands here. You don't know that. You thought I was when I was extremely tired, which made no sense to you. I don't have a yawn command, cat. Sorry. But yeah, Fruitis, what do you think of this? Is this does this make sense? Right, that's the question. And it's good. Yeah, it's still illegal in most places, I'd say. Right. Like, I think a full screen, so getting rid of the of this one, which was the first ID. I think moving from this to this makes more sense, because I'm also blown away by the amount of I don't know, Pharaoh. I mean, it's themed. It seems like a thing that I know of, but I forgot. Pharaoh. No. Not that. Yes, that's yes. We call that differently, but it's wheat. It is wheat. Right? I guess. It's the same shit. It's not maize, no. Faster and worse. Hi, welcome on in. We are helping Fruitis in chat on their design. So currently transforming this page on the left to this page on the right, which I still think that the button here is not placed properly, but right then on scroll you have a bit of a change right here. I think the cards there then needs to have a change as well, but can't do everything. Can't do everything. We all have different names for thing. So, and these, right, similar to Pharaoh, similar to I guess similar, same types of
Faster
wheat.
and Worse is now following.
Faster and Worse, thanks a lot for the follow. How did you find the stream, by the way? I kind of want to know. But that is good. I'm sad that I don't have the patience to cook lately. I mean, not the patience, but the will. The will to cook, because I need to clean. That's the thing. If I had the ability to say I will cook but I won't clean, I would cook every fucking day. But the cleaning part is what's pissing me off. I don't think I have eaten that as soup as well. You search UX and I am the only result? Really? Isn't Pot live? She is live. Like, it's in the name. But I appreciate it. Oh, and Frida, she said user location block. What is the user location block? Oh, that. Fuck me. Yes, okay. My bad. Oh, it pops up. I mean, if we want to have something that is consistent with the entirety of the product, right? Just do that. Just do that with a drop shadow. I don't think it's a good idea. Right? It's consistent with this section that has like a background blur. That's the ID. So it goes through with the same amount of radius, with the same amount of effect, and all that. So you can play with spacing, you can play with other shit. So let's say this is better to be at 4 right there. It is good. And this could I'll do something which will work, but not exactly what I wanted to do. Interesting. Didn't expect that to work. You have a search inside of it. Oh, you mean the blind X fish and the blind and the cat X. So yeah. Sorry. And yes, it's police outside. Coming from me. Because I'm helping everyone. No, that's not true. It's just because we have a police station on both sides of my flat. Like, basically, you get my flat is here. It has a bit of an angle, right? The road is like this, and so basically you have a police station right there and a police station right there. And we still have like another street, right here, and another one right there. But still, like, you have two big ass police station right there. It's like, this one is it's an angled building, so it's basically like this. But yeah. Always very much, how can I say that? Loud sirens, because there is, on that same road, we have 3 red lights. And so 3 red lights means the police just want to go fast to the police station. Goofy, hi, welcome on in. How are you? How was your day? I mean, you've seen the look of my flats, right? Like, it's just, we don't have straight buildings. I mean, we have straight buildings, but we don't have square buildings. It's not like Spain building. Shit. Right? I think that's the thing, right? It's not Spain, but still. It's more of more of these, right? We have a lot of these. This beach has thin buildings that just makes no sense, and then you pay like 2K to live in that thing that has 2 windows. It's just, right? I used to work like around here. So we have weird ass shaped building. The police station is on a new renovated stuff. You got a lot of it, yeah. Specifically in I mean, where I went in Italy, in the north. In the north, you got more here. And sorry, fast and worse. Yes, yes. I Figma extremely fast. I would say that. And knives. Yes, I do use a volume mixer. Sorry, didn't see your message. I do use a mixer. It's not the best, but it works. It does the job. Right there. That's the mixer. You can see how the music is extremely small and low. 3%. It's just so bad. So bad. I'm using like the Wavelink software because of the Wave mic. Okay, sleep soon. Sleep soon. I haven't. every time we say that we have like music at 3%, then we don't have thing. Blind fish, yes. Indeed. So what happened? Did I click? Yes, I did. And I am so tired and so not tired at the same time. It is so weird. So weird. We could. We could potentially. I don't like the idea, but we could potentially do that. My sleep rhythm is not okay, no. Also the fact that I don't see messages because the screen is too far away from me. I mean, too far away from me. Doesn't help at all. Doesn't help at all. What if 4, 8? What if 6, 8? Why it's not good? It's bad to. Oh, no, sorry. I can't. I'm already in max font size. Can't, and I can't change the font. I mean, I can zoom in, but then it's bad. It breaks my entire thing. It's not. We bling as well, yes, I agree. I agree. Does that make sense? Might be a lot of elevation. I don't really like that. Burn-in issue hasn't been solved. No, can't be solved. I think it's a panel defect because, as I said, right, it happened on the first panel of the same display, and now it's happening again on the same panel of the same display. So I think it's panel defect on that specific model. And an incompatibility with the Mac. So, like a combination of two things. It's okay. The burn-in itself has been less visible, more visible today than yesterday, to be honest. Specifically in the midday section, but less visible today. And also I don't get it. And also I move soon, so I don't really need to think about it too much. Right? I have absolutely no clue where that is. None. Not a single clue. Check that. Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I expected. So yeah, for this I would do something like this potentially, but then the main issue that I see with that, right, is the fact that this design style doesn't match the rest of the app. And so we are losing a lot of consistency here and there in terms of radius sizes, in terms of placements, in terms of colors. It doesn't... You mean this yellowish background here, or are you talking about something different? Or for location? It's not as visible. It's not as readable. No, but it's a potentially good idea if I can make it work. Nah. You know what? I like this idea as well. It depends. First, do you need? I mean, do you want the user to click on the U location thing or not? Because if you want to make it, I don't want to say like it would be better to make it here, but I'm influenced and biased by the apps that I know. So yeah, blindfish. That's basically the idea. But also, when you are taking takeaway food, you are usually at walking distance, usually, or at least biking distance. So it is more likely for you to... Do I still have... I think I deleted Uber Eats of everything. Yes, I did. Let me check. Good. So, if I'm here, you know what? Let's see in mobile. Right, if you take that as a reference, which, right, biases, working company. If I'm here, I have delivery here, and I can define if I want to get delivery or take away. Delivery doesn't need the around you feature. That makes no sense. Takeaway will give you immediately the map because they know that you are in, like right now it's Paris Center, not there though. That's good, not locating me immediately, but they give me the map immediately, and then the content, right? But not click on something to get the map available. So here, what I would say is, if I click on takeaway, I have the map on at the top. Extremely biased with Uber, but still. And then if I click on delivery, I have the list of things that are available because I don't give a shit where it is when I'm on delivery. So I wouldn't even bother to get that thing popping in. What do you mean? What do you mean, well? Yes, but you don't give a shit about where it is on the map. You have the amount of time for delivery listed, right? If I'm here and it says 10 to 25 minutes, right? But I don't really know where, I mean, they don't really know where I am located right now, but they say 10 to 25 minutes, which, right? It's a combination of that section at the top that we have. So, I think if it's takeaway, you can have something, it lies 10 to 25. Yes, that is true. But I think most people, like on Deliveroo, right? You have the you have a similar experience. Right? So, if I'm here and I'm in delivery, it's delivering here, I have the distance and the delivery price and the amount of time that it will take to do things. However, if I click on pick up, it prompts me with go to map view, and then I'm not doxing myself. That's not my address. It is not my address at all. It's just similar thing. Similar location to where Uber is placing us. I don't know scrolled so badly, but fine. Right? They give me the map, but I think that the Deliveroo map is less good than the Uber map for some reason. It's like Uber give me the ability to say, okay, I want to check the map, and so I can scroll on it. I can like expand it if needed, but by default it's in list view, whereas this one by default is in map view. I mean, not even by default, it's in list view, and then you can click to open the map. So it's yeah, I don't know. You could do something similar to what Deliveroo is doing, to be honest. You could take these and place it like shit. Place it here at the top. Right? As soon as you know right? I don't know. But that makes no sense either. I don't think you need your location. Like, I mean, you already have registered your location, but like, like it's a look around me or something like this. I don't like it. No, but it's I mean, it's a delivery app, right? So you don't need right here. It's like you don't give the location. You don't give your address here. The system gets it for you. Yeah. So if they fill out the location, you have the location immediately. I think what who said that? Bluntfish said earlier, as in pin, bicycle, little house type of thing, could work as a right? Shit. Right, even this could work really, really well. Shit. Yeah, you could have a button that says Open Map View at the top, but I don't think you need... Shit. Here you go back. Yeah, okay. I don't think you need that. I think you just need a button at the top to say, I want to see things on a map. Or I want to see things in the list. And so... Is that a component? No, it's not. Do you have... Ah. You have no fucking icons in there. That is too much. Too much. Right? No, I know it's a new phone. Like list view or not list view, but even then that's just it's weird. It's not something that people are used to. So I don't know if I would even recommend it, right? Because do we have a food delivery? We have food delivery apps on Figma. I guess this one is a paid version, but we, you know, usual thing. If they have picture, they have the ability to show us what, how they define things. A straight duplicate to from. They don't seem to have what we're looking for. Not exactly. It's a straight duplicate of Uber Eats. Really weird. Okay, I don't know. I have never done that. I've never done that. Yeah, it's it has a different name here, but yeah. the name? Yep, Just Eat. That's the same Central Paris thing. My delivery is here. Takeaway is here. There's a change for the address. But then you just have the ability to just move to list view or yeah. It works. That's basically the same thing, but it places it at the bottom compared to where we are here. Yes, but your location is not your... I mean, it is the location that you have entered. Right? Like this is the location that I have entered. It's not a captured location. But it works. That's too long of a copy text type thingy. If I say chicken spot and then I add this to my stuff, right? I have that here. That makes a lot of sense, to be honest. You know what? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, once you are in a specific thing, right? You can't. Well, that's interesting. I guess because I have something stored here, it doesn't show me the other available stuff. Or is that just a bug? No, it's just a bug. Okay, fine. Maybe I'm too tired. Maybe I'm too tired. Yeah, I don't know. You do a save as. You go here, file, and then you do save local copy right there. Thank you, Stony. I do be tired. Much tired. Oh my bro. Have a good rest of your day, Vanfish. Thanks a lot for being here. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon. And thanks a lot for the resub. Bye. I don't. I like the new, as I said, I like the new Spotify UI overall. I like the fact that it's well, you can see that highlighting things at the top, much cool, very nice, subtle thing, and then you have search here, and you have the player at the bottom. I like that. It is Material. It's, I mean, not exactly Material 3, Material U, but it is close to it. It is close to it. Oh, shit. Oh. MLA. It does. It does. What does MUI have? Do they have something? Damn. Sorry, I was surprised about the fucking price. You like the APK of what? The APK of MUI? And before we move to this, Furious, I think I have said everything, mostly. So it's time to sleep for you, so that's good. You get these things. I think that we did a good job on the page itself. Just remember something, that is the content like goes over, I mean specifically here, content goes over the picture, and so if you scroll, it's supposed to scroll with you, right, a bit. So right, these needs to happen and be defined properly. A bit of parallax and all that. And then here, this is okay if you don't want the user to be clicking on it every time, right? If you want it to be clicked mostly, you need to highlight it in color, most likely, or something else. And then if you want to see the map, then I kind of would say a view on the map somewhere. Yeah, somewhere. I think the basket also needs to go away, to be honest. I mean, I didn't say that, but I think that restaurants is a good placement. Basket and orders, not exactly. Profile, so orders goes to profile, and basket will go to the store that you are buying things from. So if you start to scroll, yeah, these things needs to go away. They need to move away, and then when you scroll back, they come back, right? Would make more sense. So if we do the thing, can you fuck off? Aha, and now I have all these. So bad. Interesting. One second. I know you're sleeping. But I would do something like this if that was like restaurant list and restaurants on the map, and then your profile, and then your basket and your order is going through the page. So as soon as you add something in there, you maybe have like a thing that pops in, right? Like let's say you have this here, and that thing, that pin needs to have, I don't have basket but cart probably, no. Right, it's not the right icon, but icon like this, and probably would have something like this. Just pops in at the bottom. It would probably be bigger than this with the price and all the shit that goes with it, but I feel like this could be the way, and then you can use that even with like an orange if you wanted to. But yeah, you can play with things. Anyway, you need to go to sleep. You need to go to sleep. So I guess that would be the option, right? All good. Let's close that. So Stony. They don't have anything with media players, right? As a template. And then I need sleep. I will just open the thing, but I need sleep. Do you have anything on music or not? Have a good night for this. I don't think we do. I don't think we do have anything on this. Well, in production, yeah. Yeah. That's It's very close. That is much close to what we have ready. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. How could that be? Oh my god. Who would have thought? I don't know, brain doesn't work right now. Yeah. Yup. Brain is absolutely out of the skull. I love that. You won't like it though. So in terms of design, right, I'm trying to find something that matches with what you already have and something that doesn't go too much out of the way as a reference. You could go with that because you like the blurred effect. That could be an option. It is time for bed, cat. I agree. Maddie, you still here? We're still alive. Yes, I'm dying though. I am currently dying. Ah, you can do that. Sony, please do that. Please do that. I haven't. Haven't spent a single second. I was supposed to spend a single second on Penta website, and I couldn't. Yes, do the animated volume slider, please. Do that. No, I love this personally. I think that's a good, it's a good clean design overall, right? But doesn't match with the product. I also want to commit murder with my neighbors. I hate them. They've been screaming on the phone since last week. I kill people. This works because it matches with the newest style, but right. But it doesn't match with you, and the last one that I kept is this one, mainly because of the background effect that is very close to what you created on the screensaver. So I'm thinking this could work. Also, Flowerson, did you come here earlier today? I forgot. Yes? No? No. Welcome on. We are always on Stony stuff. We just moved on to Stony stuff. We were on a very different file until now. Oh, so I don't need to do anything if you already decided stuff. You know, we did a lot of redesign today, which was good. I don't have the reference. Brain is saying no. Maddie, your colors are okay. They are not great, to be honest, but they're okay. My main issue is these two that are very light, and these three that are muted, and then your red is extremely bright. Then you have 4 grays, so the side. Interesting. There is a lot of colors, but also there is a lot of events, right? Because the colors will be used for the events. So if you think about, like, I don't know, followers, raid, bits, gifted subs, right? Complicated. You did a thing that is very much not a good idea, but you did it anyways, which is naming your colors. That's that, to any designer that is here, please do not use names for colors. I know most color apps, like even Super, is generating things. If I create like a new red or something different, I don't know. It just, right, this one is called Enthusiasm. Just no, I mean Pantone named their color, but still, naming your colors in your app is like setting up for failure after the dev. So I'm more talking about the design side of things, right? But if you name that Candium Red, let's let that through, and it's your main primary color, right? And its name is Candium Red. When you decide 2 years down the line that your primary color is now something different, then you need to go back in the code, check the variable, and replace Candium Red with the new French Lilac. And it's a waste of time. So for your colors that have utility, try to name them with the purpose that they have, like primary green, error, warning, success, action pending. These names, even though they are red, green, purple, whatever, if tomorrow I'm saying, well, our success is now blue, we can just swap the things. You just change the Xcode, but the code that has been written is with the right variable. So I've been burned too many times naming my my variable purple, and then the client say, you know what, purple is not exactly the color that we want for the app. We were thinking about an orange. And you're like, well, in the code there will be a variable called purple that will display an orange, because we cannot change the entire thing right now, because we are too far in the building. And I've been multiple times. So the colors that have a purpose needs to have a name that is related to the purpose, and then the colors that are decorative colors can have like green, light green, all that, because these colors usually don't really change. And if they change, it's the Xcode that changed, but it stays. Like, it's unlikely that my teal will become fuchsia. Unlikely. So brand color, I don't give a shit. It's the primary and the secondary color. So primary green, that's it. I don't name it like enthusiasm or I don't know, whatever purple thing. What is this name? Slate blue, which is absolutely purple, but right, not like, it's better to have a viable name that is easier to manage later on rather than a name, unless it's a decorative color. If it's a decorative color and it has no purpose, then fine, all good. But other way, not a good idea. Anyway, so Stony, I have no clue. What do you mean by expand? Also, yes, Stony, I have no clue on the player, to be honest. No fucking clue. I am what we call clueless, right? That's the word. Oh yeah, we are doing that 100%. 100%. Yeah, Spotify it is, right? Oh, so Maddie, if you have, let me just do that. If you say that this is the color that you want to take as a base, you can easily take that color, that variable here, and use the, if you are on Figma, use the Super Palette plugin. And then so weird that they changed that. And then you can have this, it's a super palette, give you, my bad, I'm on the right, not on the right screen. I'm tired, you see, I'm tired as fuck. So super palette will give you this ability to generate values in color palette for your colors, and you can define if you want to correct the lightness to make sure that nothing is like too bright or too light. So sometimes it puts your things, I mean, Figma is free. You can open like an account, and then you can make it more saturated, less saturated if you wanted to. And if you need less color, let's say you need just 4 values, just give you 4 values. You can do 13 values, 15 values if you wanted to. And yeah, it's a very good thing. Right now it's not even close to your original, but that could be like right there, the middle. I don't know. It's useful. Flowers said nothing is wrong. Stony just had. Oh, you can also just do that. That's true. I forgot about that. Ooh, funky. Yeah. It's so tight. The other option, even though I won't show you because we don't need that right now, but if you want to easily create lighter tints and darker shades, you take your color, you apply a black overlay at like 20%, and then you duplicate that one, and the black overlay you put it at 40%, and you have a darker one. So you have like no overlay, which is your regular, and then 20% darker, and 40% darker than your regular. And you do the same thing with white. Take your original, you do 20% white on top and a 40% white on top, and you get a shade, like a palette that looks pretty cool. Very, very simple way of doing that. So yeah, do that. Do that. Easiest option. Anyways, let me send you back to someone specific, right? Yeah, please send. But for now, I'm sending you back to Purple, who rated us earlier, and now because they're live, I think it's fun. So let's do that. And yeah, I will be back on Monday. Remember that next week is only streaming on Monday and Tuesday, then flying on Friday, and next stream will be, I don't know when. We'll see. But yeah, that's the plan. I don't have any buttons for raid messages, all that. You know the drill, right? Follow the social if you want to follow the social. Say more fucks than you want to do. There is one that should do red message, right? Buy my stuff, you know, the usual shit. Anyways, take care of yourself as always. I'll be back on Monday, and yeah, doing something, eat something, all that. Bye.